And away we go. Morning, Macca, or afternoon rather. And yourself, Captain Kirk. Good to see you. Let's go to get this green. Absolutely, we're $10,000 off clearing last week's drawdown, and we're $20,000 off the monthly goal. So let's see where we can take. We've trading at AMC at the moment. Just got this long top doji here, scrutiny star if you will. So I'm a little bit reticent to get back into AMC just yet. I want to see how this plays out. I want to see it above 2460. Then I'll look for an entry. AMC is looking strong, and of course I think this is all a reaction to the dividend, special dividend. No problem. Well, I did that last week, last month, Macca. I found out that I was not doing much. I was actually losing money pre-market, so I stopped trading, and it worked out for me. This month I've started trading pre-market again, and it's not been too bad. I've been profitable by the time the bell comes around. Guys on TikTok, make sure you hit the screen 10 times as you come into the chat. I've got 0 likes yet, so we've traded Bed Bath & Beyond, and it pulled back before we got the breakout. So then we're trading AMC right now. We've got a little pullback. We've started here. We'll start here. Then we got this move up, pullback. We got out here, and then I started setting up the stream. So I'm just watching for another one. It depends on the stock and the movement, Captain Kirk. It won't harm. It's never going to harm you if you sell before them. If you exit your position before the bell, you can always get back in. But if it looks like it's going to gap and go, it's going to pump at the bell, then there's no point. There's no harm in holding through the bell, through the open. However, make sure you have your stops in place in mind. As the bell rings, put your stop in place. That way, if it does pull back, it'll save you some money. It's much more risky trading pre-market, Captain Kirk. I don't advise newbie traders to do it. Reason why is because it's less volume, less liquidity. Moves can turn on a sixpence for you, and there's more prone to breakouts more prone to fake outs pre-market because of the lack of volume. SPY's looking very bullish. All the markets are looking quite bullish today. Oh, there's the 8 o'clock scrum. I thought that was actual price action. See a bounce on the $0.50. No. I see a bounce at this $0.50 off 24.50 area. Get out there. Up and down, took my gains. I was 700 up. Let's just take it back. Okay. Hey, Dunkers. And that's why it's risky to trade pre-market, Captain Kirk. Is you spend all this time waiting for it to move up, and then it flushes back down. And the thing is, and one of the reasons it's very risky pre-market, and I found this out to ill effect a couple of weeks ago, was if you get caught in an algorithmic flush, to the downside. Stops don't work, so there's no safety net from that point of view. And there's no volatility. You can't get a volatility halt. There's no sector volatility halts. There's no market volatility halts. So you're not going to get any halts to the downside either. So you can see here on AMC, massive pullback there, massive sell-off. So I'm looking for indications of a bounce, and I'll buy the bounce because AMC is quite a strong stock. It usually behaves in a rather predictable manner. I'll wait for it to break the $0.25. New week, new beginnings, absolutely. New trades, new stocks, everything. I got it at 28. I was trying to hit the $0.25, but a little bit slow to the trigger. The bounce after this this big flush down. Now, this could be a bull trap. That's fine. Break a new low, we'll just get out. If it breaks 24, we'll just get out. Yeah, we'll just get out. That's pulling back too far for me. Yeah, no, absolutely. That's what you've got to do. My eyes, I've got an infection in my left eye as well, which is not helping. It's all the whole, everything's blurred on the. I do that, everything clears up, which is fine. But I've got no depth perception, so. Not that I need depth perception looking at this. This is I judged the bounce wrong. Maybe we'll get a bounce here at the support levels of 23.50. VWAP. It's highly volatile, guys. AMC today. Gotta be optimistic this week. A lot of movements. Magic Empire was an IPO on Friday, and the movement it's just reminiscent of when HKD moved. It's up at like 200s at the moment, 201 at the 199 at the moment. And low volume, and I'm kind of thinking that those kind of moves remind me of HKD, so I'm going to watch that, and maybe I might take a punt. And it is just exactly that. It's a gamble on that a little bit later. I'm watching AMC because this is a huge pullback, and at some stage it's going to be. Right, I'll pull up my trading view so I can take a look at it. There. It's going to be oversold in a minute. What ticker is that? It's MEGL. An IPO on Friday. But it just reminds me of HKD. I'm not saying to trade it. In fact, quite the opposite. I'm saying run for the hills with it. But if you want to gamble, because that's all it's going to be. There's very low volume. But if it does move like HKD moved, you could get some massive gains on it. just waiting on notification from CMEG that they've reactivated my small account, so I can do the small account challenge, and then we'll be off with that as well. I will chase it up later if I don't hear from them. $24. That's my entry here. Yeah. That'd be $24 at the moment. That could change. Let's have a look at what else is moving. That's pulling back a little bit. This is Bonzo Electronics. I don't know where this has come from. I don't know why it's moving, but it is moving. It's moving big, making big gains. So this is another one. Megal, this is the one I was talking about. You can see very low volume. If you put this on the 60-minute because of Friday, it started off down here at like $50, and it moved up, and then it moved all the way up to like $250. What's the high of this candle? $235.95. So $240. Nearly. Pull back, and now it's moving up on very low volume. So very similar kind of feeling about it as a HKD. Probably not great for well, that's only you can make that decision there, Captain Kirk. It's 2350 level. Where the VWAP's at. AMC. Bonzo. Huge wick down is that one. Wow. $1.70 in the range of that wick there. Bed Bath and Beyond, where are you going? Are you bouncing on the VWAP? AMC. I'll take a position with next candle makes a new high. $65. Well, that's not service. Oh, so 75. In Bed Bath and Beyond, 10,000 shares at 535. Where are we? 535. Good man, and you've doubled your money already. That's good stuff. You've got 20 grand up. 10,000 shares. You've moved 50 grand up. Bloody hell! You're at 550. It's up at over $11. It's 50 grand's worth of profit. Take some profit now, guy. Michael, if you're in 10,000 shares at 535, make sure you lock in some gains now. Lock in some profits. It could reach 15 today. It's over 100% short float, so a huge short float on Bed Bath and Beyond. Huge short float. So major squeeze potential, huge squeeze potential on this one. Don't lose. You're over 50 grand up. Take some profit or whatever, but whatever you do, don't lose those gains. We've got bounce on the VWAP. We've got a little doji there. What are we looking at here? So 65. Broke 65. That's the bounce on the VWAP that I'm looking for. AMC. Back over 24 will be nice. For 24 on the ask. There's 24 on the ask. We get 24 on the bid. Take some off there, just lock in some profits, lock in some gains. Whole dollar's always a bit of resistance at the whole dollar. Above the whole dollar now. We want to see it support that whole dollar now. Next, add quarter dollar. What am I trading on? I'm trading AMC. I'm using Dash Trader Pro as the platform. Through Capital Markets Elite Group is the broker. Back it down at 24. So I was looking for the quarter dollar. If we fall below the 23.90 on the ask, I'll exit this one. Back up to 24. Blurred vision's not great for my when I'm staring at the price action, watching the level 2 and the time and sales. It's harsh on the eyes at the best of time, but when you've got an eye infection and it's blurred, okay, that better for you? I'm not trading Megal. It's not easy money. I'll get out there. Well, that takes us green on AMC at least. So Megal, I might look at Megal today. If you look at that, it's very similar to HKD. So there's no trade there. There's no trade there. You can gamble with Megal. So Magic Empire Global Group is what Megal is. MEGL is the ticker. That's why I'm calling it Megal. But Magic Empire. There's no volume. There's nobody trading. There's 91,000 shares traded in the out-of-hours session. So there's no patterns to trade. There's no volume for breakouts. If you take a position with Magic Empire, you just gamble it. It's an IPO, and IPOs can be quite volatile. We've seen them move. We saw what happened with HKD, which was a a SPAC merger, and that moved from $13 up to, you know, $2,600. And I'm not saying this is going to do the same. What I'm saying is I'm seeing a lot of similarities in the price action with the lack of volume. It's not worth taking a risk unless you're prepared to risk your entire position. Okay, so just bear that in mind. If I took 100 shares of this, it's like $200 a share. Let's look at what's the spreads at the moment. The spreads are not as bad as they ever were with the HK deal, like $5, $6 a spread. So if I took 100 shares of this, and that's probably what you want to be looking at, it's going to cost you $20,000. And what you've got to be prepared to do is lose $20,000, because this could literally go to zero in a couple of seconds. No, all my sales are wash sales, Michael, because I'm a day trader. So the wash sales rule, it's only really comes into effect when it's your investments that you're taking into account, which is why I keep the two separate. Because if I've got my losses, the losses I make from day trading and the losses I make from my investing, I can offset those against the for the taxman. It doesn't matter, but it's your net gains you get taxed on. So if I lose money on Meggle, like for example, AMC, I made $700. I then lost $2,000. I just made $1,000. So my net gains on AMC today are $25. I'd only get taxed on the $25. I wouldn't get taxed on the $1,000 that I made to make up the deficit. I only get taxed on the intraday gains. I only get, and then it's not even intraday gains. So the profits I make over the course of the year, that's what I get taxed on. It's if you're trying to offset your losses on your investments that the wash sale rule applies, because you can actually offset losses on a long-term holding. If you realize gains on a long-term holdings, and then you realize some losses on a long-term holdings, you can offset the losses versus the gains. That's where it comes into play. It doesn't really apply to day trading. Are we buying or selling? We're doing both. Mike, are we buying or selling? We're doing both, because we have to do both to realize the gains. We have to buy it first and then sell it at a higher price, ideally. So back to AMC. Bed Bath and Beyond. What's Bonsaw doing? There's a lot of volatility's back, guys. Volatility is definitely back. So KRTX Therapeutics, Karuna Therapeutics. This just moved up. I'm just looking for if there's a catalyst, or is it just because last week in particular we saw sector volatility in the bioscience sector. We had so many parabolic movers on the back of that. It was madness. Okay, so this does have a catalyst. So Karuna Therapeutics shares are trading higher after the company announced its phase 3 Emergent 2 trial of Qnrx in schizophrenia met its primary and key secondary endpoints. This is a 23 million float stock. Moving up on a good catalyst. A little bit more expensive than I do like to trade, so I'll probably wait for something a little bit less expensive. No, not that one. Independent living. So crypto, Bitcoin went up over $24,000 over the weekend per coin. So as a result of that, the crypto market's buoyant, which means that the crypto mining stocks should be bullish today. And you can see this on, look at the 15 minutes, you can see this on Marathon Digital. Riot is another one. BT, these will all have bullish momentum as long as Bitcoin continues to stay above 24,000. And right now Bitcoin is 24,098. So it's maintaining above 24,000, just 24,101. So yeah, these crypto mining stocks might be worth keeping an eye on for today. Well, I just like AMC at the moment. I want to see if above $24. Young actor. But there's so many of them. And it's like, it's clear they don't know what they're doing. I mean, that guy, what are you doing in TradingView? I mean, he's not even got his trading panel open, so he's not trading. He's not even using his subscription version of TradingView. He's actually got, you can see the advertising, the advertisement in the bottom right corner. So it's clearly it's the free version of TradingView. It's like, I'm a multi-millionaire day trader. No, you're not. Don't bullshit us. We're not stupid. Come on. I wonder how many idiots. What cracks me up though is the guy's got near over 100,000 followers, like 175,000 followers. Like, what muppets? It must be teenagers, gullible teenagers following him and thinking he can make them a millionaire or something. I mean, what? And the funny thing is, he breaks out these bundles of cash, clearly prop money, obviously prop money, you know, fake prop money. But he brings out these bundles of cash to say, look how successful I am. I'm a baller. I'm a gangster. There's only two types of people that have real money in those kind of bundles, okay? Businessmen that need cash for their business and gangsters. That's it. Those are the only two. Even bloody gangster rappers don't carry around in cash that kind of money unless they're doing some business and banking it. That kind of money you stick in the safe. You know, it's the sort of stuff you take the end of the week's takings before you put it. You know, you at McDonald's or whatever, and the boss has got all the takings. It's in the safe, and then you're taking it to the bank. You don't have it sat there on your bloody breakfast table whilst you're pretending to trade in front of a sunset in the condo that you rented from Airbnb. I mean, come on. Just trying to sell a lifestyle to the gullible, and fair play. If the gullible is stupid enough to fall for it, then it's their own fault. The Daily Trade, I mean, 900, nearly 1 million followers. The guy is complete fair, and you can see them laughing to each other when they're pretending that they know what they're doing. You see them, they're doing like this Wolf of Wall Street stuff, like you're like, Wolf of Wall Street, more like Wolf of bloody Sesame Street. The guy's about 12 and reckons he's a trust fund baby. He's renting out Lamborghinis with his daddy's money. And he's got these models that he's hired in for his photo shoot coming in, pretending to be really interested watching him trade. Come on. It's just not realistic. You know, it doesn't happen like that. It might have happened like that in the 80s with, you know, Jordan Belfort and the stuff. It doesn't happen like that anymore. The muppets think we're stupid enough to fall for it. Mind you saying that, the other fella is that, what's it called? Andrew Tate. Biggest scam artist out there. You know, he's got this pyramid scheme where these kids sign up. He's promising to make them millionaires. And how does he make them millionaires? By posting on sort of their social media his videos and giving them an affiliate link, so they'll get 50% of the sign-up commissions of whoever signs through their link. It's a massive pyramid scam, and nobody actually makes any money out of it except for him. You know, That's why and I realise now, that's why I'm seeing so many of his bloody stupid videos where he's spouting off his toxic masculinity bloody bullshit. And every time I see one of his videos, I just want to punch the guy in the face. And don't tell me he's a multinational kickboxer, he'd take me down. No, he wouldn't. He wouldn't have a clue how to fight in the street. Come on. I've taken bigger guys than him down. The guy's a complete tool. Yeah, fair play. He might be a marketing genius, but he's still a tool. Misogynistic, toxic tool is what he is. Look, my channel will. If I want to rant, I'll go on a rant. This is I'm changing the name from Day Trade with Tony to Tony Rants. It's just the people that lose the money. This is the funny thing about it is the people that lose the money are the ones that can ill afford. The ones that get suckered into these scams are the ones that can ill afford to lose the money. I tell everybody on my channel today, do not invest in the market what you cannot afford to lose. Categorically, trading is risky. And if you approach and put money into the markets, put money onto a broker without knowing what you're doing, you're going to lose it. Guaranteed. It's that simple. Trading is not easy. And you get these idiots. And I showed that last Thursday. I lost $60,000 on one trade. Granted, I managed to trade my way, well, half of that back, and to a point where I had a really good day on Friday, and I'm still in the hole. After that, I'm still in like a $10,000 drawdown. So I know what I'm doing. So if I can lose $65,000 and I know what I'm doing, beginners can lose the money as well, guaranteed. So, you know, and it's important that if you're going to have a channel that talks about trading, that talks about investing, that talks about finance, that you highlight the pitfalls. It's not easy. Trading is not an easy career path. It's a lucrative career path. I'll give you that. I'm making a lot of money trading. I had a very well-paid vice president of sales, regional vice president of sales job with a software company. And I'm earning more now day trading than I ever did with that. And I don't work nearly as hard, but it's risky. It's extremely risky. You need to be able to weigh up the risks, and don't put more money in your account than you can afford to lose, because it can turn against you. I've blown up accounts in the past. I have. I came very close to blowing up this account in May. So if it can happen to me, it can happen to anyone. And, you know, yes, it's easy for me to say, manage your risk and you know, manage your emotions and only take the best setups. And you see me day in, day out. Most of the time I follow my strategy, but there are times when I veer from it and I lose money. So, yeah, credit where it's due for take the scammer. His marketing's on point. If you're gullible enough to fall for it, then that's on you, really. But it's still. I mean, the guy's like, a quick impression of the guy is like, you know, how long did you stay when you were born? Were you overturned or were you premature? And you know, someone said, well, we was on term 9 months. 9 months, I stayed in for 12 months. When I came out, I was fully suited in an Armani coat, because that's what I do. I'm a G, that's what I do. And my first diaper was filled with Bitcoin, because that's what I shit. Bitcoin. That's what Andrew Tate sounds like all the time. And you're like, shut up, you tool. Absolutely, young Raptor, and this is the thing, is that if you have a big account, you've got bigger risk, which is one of the reasons I also manage my risk by taking profits out of my account on a monthly basis. I take all of my profits out of my account on a monthly basis, and at the end of each month, I'm taking bigger risks, I'm taking higher risks, because the bigger my account is, the bigger the swings I'm likely to make more money. And that's just human nature. I know that I can afford to risk more because I've got more in the account. But at the end of each month, I'll size back down, I'll start again, new month, $30,000. So the worst case scenario, this, for example, the maximum that I'm risking on any given month is $30,000. I blow up my account, what have I lost that month? $30,000. And I've not really lost $30,000 because I can zoom out and say, okay, I've blown up my account, I need to refund my account, where am I on the month? And if I just look at my TradingView reports for this year alone, and I can take just trade profit. If I lost my my account right now, and that's like equity position, starting equity position today is 103,000. So that would bring me back down to 685,000 ish, rounding numbers. 685,000 on the trade profit, give or take. So what I've actually only lost is 30,000 out of the account, because that's what I started with on the month. The rest is the profits that I've given back to the market on the month. So I end up starting from a little bit less than where I started the month. So managing your risk, just trading with your profits is another way of managing your risk. That you're not, once you've got some profits, if you want to grow your account, it's a small account, take half out and grow your account incrementally. So you start off with a $5,000 account, for example, and you make $10,000 on the month. You've done fantastically. You're 200% gain in a month. Who does that? You're beating the market. You take $5,000 out and you start your next month with $10,000. You've got the initial $5,000 you started the account with is protected. You're now playing with the house's money. So I recommend everybody do things like that. Yeah, exactly, Alex. That's what Turtle say. What do you mean you need money to invest? I shot Bitcoin out of my diaper and I invested that. I didn't need money. I just went up to the banks and they gave me money. They didn't even ask for a guarantee. Like, shut up. And this is a guy that he says he respects women. He's a known woman beater. And he knows that. And you know, he's got women in a brothel in Romania that he calls a cam house. You know, he owns a brothel in Romania. That's where he gets his money from. Well, that and his pyramid scheme. So no wonder he's got plenty of money, because he's scamming people and he's got this brothel in Romania. Well, there you go, Captain Kirk. You know, you don't want to get greedy with it. So AMC seems to be just bouncing on the VWAP right now. Come back when there's a little bit more volume. I'm just getting a little bit hot under the collar talking about these scam artists that wind me up. Let's see what else is moving. Tough built. Huh? Oh, we're done with this one. Trying to move back up again. Apply to it. We've built 7% up on the day. Upstart, we can have a look at Upstart. Upstart up at 31.50s. Not great volume. It had a good day Friday, and it seems to be continuing that momentum into the new week. So Upstart, 6.5% up on the day. Will be interesting. Oh, she's asleep on the couch. Snoring. Bed Bath and Beyond. The reason I thought I'd get into Bed Bath and Beyond today, it moves with AMC's moving up very well with regards to this this dividend offering that they're giving out, and Bed Bath and Beyond usually kind of moves in sympathy with GameStop and AMC. It has done for the last couple of years. It moves in sympathy with both GameStop and AMC. Now, AMC is moving up with the catalyst because of this announcement of the dividend offering. Excuse me. But Bed Bath and Beyond is over 100% short interest. So there's a short float. bigger than the actual float. And as a result of that, if this moves in line with AMC and moves up in terms of the in sympathy with AMC, of course, we're going to end up getting shorts that need to cover. Otherwise, they're going to end up deep underwater. So. Yeah, 120% short. It's madness. So just to put that into context, so Bed Bath and Beyond is now about 120% short, and when GameStop squalls back in 2020, it squalls on the back of similar short percentage numbers. And that moved up from a similar kind of position of about $12. And it went up to over, I think it was $500 or something. Significant social media attention over the weekend, i.e. Wall Street bets on Reddit. It's not a huge float either, which you know, makes it an additional short squeeze candidate for the volatility, because it's only it's not quite 30, it's like 28 million float. So the short float is even more than that. So at some point the shorts will have to cover on this. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be today. I'm not saying it's going to the moon, but I'm sure the 8 gang will hope it is. Along with, and if AMC is to squeeze, I would expect that, you know, now could be a good time. We've got volatility back in the market with the offering, with a catalyst that does it. We're getting stupid momentum in the market for no reasons whatsoever. I mean, last week was a particular example of that. We're getting HKD went up from $13 to $2,600 on very low volume, no real catalyst other than that it's a recent SPAC merger. And you know, I've never seen anything. I've got to be completely honest. I've never seen anything like that. I mean, the big Volkswagen squeeze was a big one, but it had a catalyst. GameStop had a catalyst. You know, all these big squeezes had a catalyst, and HKD last week, I just didn't see the catalyst. It was moving up because it was a recent SPAC merger, but it just was mental. That's exactly what I'm saying, Hunters. Is GameStop was about $13 a share. It was about 120% shorted, and then it started to squeeze. And it took about a month in January 2020 before it really hit the heights, and then it just squaws up like stupid percentages in the February. I remember because in the January I tried trading it with eToro, and blew up my account, lost my account, and so I had to open a different account, and I traded it in February and made money with it, which is fine. And why did you trade it on eToro? Because that was the only one that was giving me margin, or at the time, to trade GME. Well, let's have a look at Tuffbuilt. Is there a catalyst? Is it just because Tuffbuilt's another one that's heavily shorted? So let's go back to Tuffbuilt. So it's popped up. It's pulling back just as volatile now. So Tuffbuilt is 30% short at the moment. It's not the levels of Bed Bath and Beyond, but it's 30% short. But it's a much smaller float, so you might see a bit more volatility. Now, the reason it's popped up is they've announced entry into a supply agreement with Electro3 and NCC Hardware in Spain. So that's why Tuffbuilt is shooting up. A new distribution in Spain. Reasonable catalyst. No, it's It is slightly shortable, but I wouldn't with that catalyst. I wouldn't short it. Certainly, I wouldn't short it while it's above the VWAP at least. Probably that's quite a bullish catalyst, is that one? So many things on my watch list that I don't know which ones to watch. And welcome to the channel again, Ian. We're back. So, is there anything you guys want to take a look at? AMTD, who's El Puno? Was it El Puno was in AMTD? Holding it till he dies? Last week? Someone was in this till they die and it's not doing anything. It's down at 4.5. It's actually broken. It's going to gap down. 3% down on the day. It's trying to make green again, but I think its day's done. Look at HKD. Yeah, so this is down now. 540 on the bid, 650 on the ask. So $110 spread. I mean, this is what was amusing about this last week is the spreads. I think that the widest I saw this spread was in pre-market on the Wednesday, I think it was, and it was about $260 on the spread, which was just mental. It was over $2,000 pre-market, and it was like ridiculous. No volume. This is Yellow Corporation. No volume at the minute. Sideways from Friday. Not moved at all, really. 2%. Let's have a look at the SPY. Let's have a look at the 15-minute on the SPY. So you can see bullish activity on the markets. So the SPY did move up on Friday. It was volatile. It was selling off. It was moving up. We've got new CPI data on Wednesday this week, so that could impact the markets, but we'll see. And 62 basis points. So looking bullish. The Nasdaq also looking bullish. 79 beeps. No, it's so Tough Built announced an offering a couple of weeks ago now, a secondary offering, which tanked the stock, and I got caught in that. We had an algorithmic flush as they announced it, and 2 million shares1 million shares got sold in 2 minutes, and I got caught in that. So that was painful. And do you know what? It was more painful getting caught in that algorithmic flush than it was when I lost that 60,000 last week. Why? Because at the 60,000, I could have avoided that if I'd traded better, if I'd managed my risk better. Whereas that algorithmic flush, there was nothing I could do about it. Well, Qnrx is not looking too bad today. It's 12% up on the day. It's 595, just below the VWAP. But I mean, the reason this sold off is, again, this had the secondary offering, and still people, obviously the markets are still quite bullish on it. That gap down on Friday, big sell-off on Friday, Thursday and Friday, in fact, because of the offering. And then we may get a bounce. I called this out on the Discord earlier that we may get a bounce on this today, after the announcement of the offering last week. So I'm not saying it will move, but I'm watching it just in case. So this is 883. It's not on my watch list. I don't know why you're calling it out. Bbby Pharmaceuticals, they're Les. It's not on the watch list, but had a good week last week in line with the sector. So I don't know why this moved up last week, if it had a catalyst or not. But I know that the whole bioscience sector was very bullish. We had so many parabolic movers in the bioscience sector last week, and I think this was just in tandem with that, moving up on sector volatility. But correct me if I'm wrong. If you know if there was a catalyst on this last week, let me know. I'll have a quick look. When did it start to move up? Would have been Wednesday. Bbby Pharmaceuticals. Had its earnings yesterday. Right. Okay. Earnings. That's all. That's all I can see from Erie Pharmaceuticals. I think it is. Calling it Erie, but I think it's Erie. Yeah, just Q2 earnings. That's all I can see. No, Monday last week it had a patient dosing in late-stage dry eye disease study. Oh, I'll have to. I've got that, so I'll have to keep an eye on them. Dry eye disease. Coinbase, flat top. On what time frame are you looking at? On the 5 minute? I wouldn't say so. I'd say it's more of a flag than a flat top. On the 5 minute, because you've got a potential breakout there. So you might have had 101.50, 101.60, whatever. But I would say it's more of a flag. You want to look at this. Draw a trend line from the top of this point through that point and continue it through. But so 101.50 is your support line. 101.75 is your support line. Maybe. Yeah, 100.75 is your support. Then draw your flag. That's more of a flag than a flat top. Right. We're just going to be flicking through as they hit the scanners. We'll flick through until we find something that's worth watching. Qnrx broke the green line. It's now up on the day slightly. A big move. Went from 3 to 3.45. Under $3 to 3.45. It's the top of the hour. Tough built. We already looked at tough built there already, Kareem. So, and You're on YouTube, so look, if you're on YouTube, you can actually see Tough Built there on the watch list scanners, on the watch list charts there. So they've got it on the 2-minute frame on the 2-minute time frame on YouTube and Twitch. You can actually see it already. But this is Tough Built, popped up on the news, the distribution news. It's not got huge volume, so had a little bit of a spike in volume. Didn't get over 100,000 shares a minute, so we'll keep watching. Pineapple moving up, had a good day last week on Friday, but now trying to get green. It held a large proportion of its gains. Just want to see, needs to get over $4 for me to be interested in it with higher volume. Not great volume. That's Pineapple Energy. Let's go back to Bed Bath and Beyond. Nope. Right, too much talking. I'm getting a dry mouth. I'll be with you. I'll be back in a second. How can you tell if a stock can be shorted? It depends. Your trading platform should have a system that informs you. If you're using Dash Trader, right next to the level up, level down section, there's you can hover over. It either says S or there's a number of different things it might say, but you hover over it, it'll tell you whether it's shortable or not. And it should tell you how many shares are available from your broker as well, if there are. Kavana did well for me on Friday, did Kavana, and here we go again. So Kavana's moving up nicely. Yeah, it popped on very low volume. I wouldn't touch that with a barge pole. So We Trade Group, it went from 23 to 26.5, a $3.50 pop. But it did so on 4,000 shares. Someone bought 4,000 shares at 26.5, $26.50. Big deal. Problem is, 26.5. It's $26 on the on the ask, but it's $22, a $4 spread. $22 on the bid. So whoever bought at 26.50, if they try and sell without any price action, they're going to lose $4 anyway. So let's go back to Kavana. This moved up nicely last week. Made me quite a bit of money on Friday. I think we got 17,000 out of Kavana on Friday. So far, I wouldn't touch this. It's just barcoding. The range is very poor. So we're looking at like 5 cent range. It's up over 835, or like you said at 835. It's not at 835. It's at 820s. It's very narrow range, so it's not really. You're not going to. The volume's not great on SoFi. The range is very poor. It's almost barcoding. There's no trades there pre-market. You might get some volume in it coming in afterwards, and it's not up great. So it's not looking that bullish. It's since Wednesday last week. It had a good port. After Tuesday, it made some gains, and then after midway through the day Wednesday, it just started trading sideways, and that's all it's doing. If you look at this on the 60-minute, you'll see what I'm talking about. So on Tuesday, I had some gains, and that went up into Wednesday. It reached this level up here around 820, 830, and it's just been trading sideways since. So there's no trade there, and you can see down here that the volume's getting lower and lower and lower as well. So there's no trade there. There's no range in the movement to profit from. I'm not saying it's a bad company. I'm not saying it's a good company. It's not financial advice. I don't offer financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Don't sue me. Half an hour to the bell. Let's have a quick look at Revlon at the bequest of Maca. So again, this is kind of barcoding as well. There's no volume on Revlon. It's just break even, so it's flat on the day pretty much. Not really done anything since last Monday. Look at this on the daily chart. You'll see what I'm talking about. Had this push up on Monday, Tuesday flat, Wednesday flat, Thursday, Friday all flat. So it's not really done much at all since. Look at it on the 60 on the hourly. You can see how it's just trending sideways at the minute. So Revlon, not really something I would be interested in. And shut up, you. Not something I'll be interested in until the volume comes in and we start seeing it trending in following a particular trend or moving in a particular direction. Behave yourself. BBIG. Wasn't there some kind of court case on BBIG? Vinco Ventures trading halted. Yeah, it's in a trading halt since last week. There's some kind of legal. I think it's a legal halt. So look at this. It halted, and this is the thing with legal halts. And I'm pretty sure it's a legal halt, but I will double check what the situation is with BBIG Vinco Ventures. They can, if there's kind of insider trading or something like that going on, and Nasdaq halts Vinco Ventures. Yeah, so this is so this was last Thursday, just after lunch. So Vinco Ventures shares halted for information requested by listing market. So that sounds like a legal halt halted for investigation, pending investigation. Now these investigations can go on for months, and people who are invested in Vinco Ventures, BBIG, you can't get your money out. That's the problem. And if you try to get your money out, the problem that you've got is this might go to zero. Depending on what they find, if it's nefarious activities that they find, this could go to zero, and you'll lose all of your money. There's always that risk. It doesn't happen very often, not at this level. It happens all the time in the penny stocks and the OTC markets, but it doesn't happen very often at this level, certainly on the Nasdaq. Okay, so just trading will remain halted until Vinco Ventures has fully satisfied Nasdaq's request for additional information. Last sale price was 71 plus change, 71 cents plus change. So yeah, that sounds a little bit dodgy, does that? AMC to the moon, guys. AMC's, let's go back to the 1 minute on here. So AMC's just hovering around that 23, between 23.50 and 24 at the moment, 23.75, let's call it that. It's hovering around the 23.75. Where did I train? I'm self-taught. Jack the Gundog. Yeah, I've already told you, Kareem, I'm tough built. You can see tough built on the screen there. Tough built it is the look at the four charts at the bottom, 4 small charts. The last one on the right is tough built. So you can watch that to your little heart's content, but I've covered it off like 3 times on the stream already today. Unless there's any particular action for tough built, it's not coming back up when you can actually see it on the screen. So not trying to be a bollocks or anything, but you can see the action on the 2 minute there. What platform am I using, Kevin? I'm using Dash Trader Pro. So it's a direct market access software. So it allows you to get access to the market makers, and you transact directly with your market makers. It's underpinned through your broker. So you put your money in with your broker, and then they upload your buying power each day and your leverage, etc. And that's why it's set. But you're trading direct with the market makers. There's a lot of books I recommend on trading Jack the Gundog, and several of them are included FOC as part of the day trade with Tony package. So people that get in on the day trade with Tony course get that several of them as part of the package. So you know. Where's my chat gone? RSX. Let's have a look. Connect Russia. The world. This is the Russian ETF. This was halted as well. When was this halted? That's a good question. Not sure when this halted though. When did it halt? This is an ETF that's based on the Russian stock market, and based on the current situation, I can't see this resuming anytime soon. But I can't see when it actually did halt. ILAG's looking tasty today, actually. It's held most of its gains, so we'll put this on the 15 minute, you'll see. We'll put it on the 60, you'll see better. So on Friday, it had a really good, strong day on Friday. And again, Intelligent Living Group has had, decent pops in the past. It had a good day on Friday. Even into the close, it continued moving up. But it's held most of its gains. It's below the VWAP at the moment, so I'd like to see it above the VWAP. Maybe we'll break 450, break the $0.50 again. And then this potentially, because it's up 20% on the day. So this potentially, we could see, you know, $5, $5.50 maybe today if the volume comes in and pumps it northwards. Yeah, well, I think we've just got some news from the SPY, haven't we? So Nvidia sees a shortfall versus outlook, primarily driven by a weaker gaming revenue. So this is preliminary revenue guidance below estimates. That's why Nvidia's this is why Nvidia's selling off, and as a result, AMD will be doing exactly the same thing. And as a result of that, you'll find that the Nasdaq is doing exactly the same thing. So I wouldn't worry too much about Nvidia and AMD tanking, Vin. It's in line with the market expectations. They might be leading the market, but those, I personally, my own personal opinion on those, I'm still very bullish on those two companies. So watch the action. Maybe it could be worth buying buying at a discount. That's my opinion. It's only my opinion, not financial advice. We will see the S&P500 dipped as well as a result. The Dow not so much. Russell Index had a little bit of a sell-off as well, but on the back of that news. And AMC tanking as well. So it's not just Nvidia and AMD. There's quite a lot just dropping at the moment. Having a bit of a market sell-off. Okay, so Jack, you still want to know what books are? In terms of books, if you're looking at day trading, there's a couple of books from Jake Bernstein that are worth checking out. They're interesting. You've got Andrew Aziz is a good trader. He's got a couple of books that are worth checking out as well. And then who was the other one? Harry Boxer. I think there's good. He's got a good book out, but it's not just day trading; it's also goes into swing trading as well. But the two authors I would recommend are Jake Bernstein and Andrew Aziz. Oh, we've got quite a busy chat. Let's everybody in the chat tap the screen 10 times. Let's show me how much you're enjoying the chat. We've got 20 minutes before the bell. It would be nice if I could feed the hairy walrus down here her treat before the bell. And we all know that the 3,000 likes is the give the dog a treat time. So let's get to 3,000 likes before the bell. We've got plenty of time. We've got 20 minutes. We don't have to do it in the next 2, but just periodically tap the screen a couple of times, and when we get to 3,000 likes, I can feed the dog a little treat. Yes, I said the T word, and she looked at me and was like, is it that time yet? So nerve and neuroscience. We traded this last week as well. It popped up big time on Thursday. That was the day that I lost. But did we get money off it on Thursday? Thursday, yeah, we managed to get 13,000 off Minerva on Thursday. It came good for us. If you look at this on 60-minute chart, you'll see what I'm talking about. This is Thursday, and it moved up huge amounts. So almost over 100% at one stage. It moved up. And we were able to jump on the back of that. I'm glad I didn't just lock my montage after that terrible start to Thursday. I'm glad I didn't lock my montage and just walk away, which would have been the sensible thing. But I just felt that there was so much last week in particular, but there was so much volatility in the market that there was going to be opportunities to make some, if not all of that back. Now I didn't make all of it back. We're still in a drawdown from Thursday right now, but we do have opportunities to gain that back this week. 2 days and we should be back to our P&L highs, given what my daily targets are. Clean, what are you doing on the scanners? My goodness, I thought we'd seen the last of you. Really hard. And if you look at this on the daily, we traded this all the way up. This was in June, I think. June. Clean just paid us out every single day. We got paid on Clean for about most of the month. And even on the ways down, we still got paid on Clean. It was great. And then I thought we'd seen the last of this. It's back down to the levels. This is one of the reasons I say don't get married to a stock. We got on this and we managed to make a massive gain on this move up here. We traded it here, but we made a massive gain on this one here, and then we made gains for most of the month again. But it went up to 23.70, and it went up from kind of what was a low when it started, under $3, $2.50, and then it's now down at 480s. There's going to be people bag holding up here at $14, $15, $16 because they don't know when to cut the losses. You don't get married to a stock just because you make money on it, because as quickly as it moves up, you can see it sells off, and there's no guarantee it's ever going to go back up above $10. A lot of these low float, low price stocks are garbage companies. Just remember that, guys. Long-term investing is not what you want to be doing with these. If you're going to be long-term investing or even swinging over a longer period, you want to be looking deeper at the fundamentals. Is the company, look at the balance sheet. You know, the cash balance sheet needs to be profitable. Look at the growth expectations. What kind of projects they have in the pipeline. Look, is it something viable for the future? That's what you want to be looking at. Don't look at, I'll invest in this because I might make good money and it's on its way to the moon. That's the wrong mentality with the stock market. There's a lot of stocks that do go to the moon and then they come back down to earth with a plumb and hit the bottom of the ocean. So don't get married to a stock. Gold. So this is Barrick Gold, $16. Trading sideways. It's up today, slightly. It's trading sideways. I don't trade commodities personally. The movements on commodities are not huge. I'm looking at AMC below the VWAP, Bed Bath & Beyond below the VWAP. Tough Built is above the VWAP but trading sideways at the moment. Really want to see it above 715, ideally above the $0.25. It gets above 725, I might be interested. So this is an ETF, cold ETF. Are you in this one, George? This one's up 9% on the day. Don't know what ETF is this one for. Not sure. Getting a bit of a flat top forming up here at 1635, 1630. Break 1640. See where it goes. Well, good luck, buddy. Oh, lovely little double bottom forming on the Nasdaq on the 1 minute and the 2 minute. Maybe we'll get a bounce back. Still up on the day, don't get me wrong. The markets are still up on the day. Let's have a look at this SPY. We're getting that. Yeah, they're still up. Markets are still looking bullish. Palantir, ouch. Palantir didn't have great. Actually, the earnings were mixed. The earnings report wasn't that bad. It missed its earnings per share, but it actually had a sales beat or revenue beat. So it wasn't as bad as this sell-off made out. But it's Palantir is down at 975. It's below the VWAP. We're seeing it getting rejected by the VWAP pretty much every time, and massive sell-off. The whole what, $2. So Palantir 15% down on the day, not great. Riot and Marathon Digital, Riot blockchain. Bit choppy at the moment with the relatively low volume, but these tend to follow in line with the Bitcoin market or Bitcoin price action, and Bitcoin right now just holding above 24,000, so 24,476. APDN, it's gone green. It was heavily red, but it's gone green. APDN 601 right now. Never pops on no volume, not really worth looking at. APDN is the top of the momentum, really. Oh, Bed Bath & Beyond making a move back up. Needs to break back over 11. Needs 11's a key psychological level where the VWAP is as well. So 1101 is the VWAP right now. It's the whole dollar. It's a 00. $11 is key for Bed Bath & Beyond if it's going to squeeze. What's AMC doing? Is it got a little bit of a pop there on the? Why am I looking at 5 minute twice? A little bit of a pop here. I'll zoom out so we can actually see the patterns. We're back above the VWAP on AMC. It's a relatively quiet day, Alistair. There's plenty of plenty movers, but right now we're just waiting for a bit of volatility to emerge. There's kind of slow and steady gains at the moment. Actually, Varna moved up and then sold off. That was nasty as well. A couple of gaps. A couple of big gaps there. Always dodgy. 9 minutes to the market open. You know what? I'm kind of, I don't even know what I'm watching at the moment for the market open. Let me know in the chat, guys. What are you watching at the market open today? What stocks do you have your eye on? What's got your interest today? Gaia. Yeah. I think AMTD's done. Macca. Look at this on the 60. See the big sell-off, and then it's just sideways now. I'm very surprised if AMTD comes anywhere. There'll be a few people still holding bags around $10 and $11, but I don't think it's going to get back up there again. Given that the reason it moved up in the first place was it's the parent company to HKD, AMTD Digital. This is AMTD Idea Group, and HKD, which is AMTD Digital. If you look at this, it's just continuing to sell off. So I don't think AMTD Idea Group is going to come back anytime soon. I could be wrong. Based on this price action, there will have to be a big turnaround on both HKD and AMTD. So just I hope you're not holding bags up there at least. Okay, so we've got quite a lot in the quite a lot of people having a look. So we're obviously talking about AMTD. We've got Intelligent Living, ILAG. Got Vroom, VRM, Cold, which is obviously an ETF, so not something I will be trading. Marathon Digital, yeah, I get that one with the strength of Bitcoin right now, absolutely. Virex had some big runs last week, so yeah, it'll be interesting. FSLR, let's have a look at FSLR. I've not seen that one put up for any particular reason while you're looking at First Solar. When it's up at 107 right now, it's 6% up on the day, lower volume, but it's having a good pre-market. Interesting that you picked that one out, gapping up on the days. And yeah, well, I think I don't know why Bonso is moving, Bonso Electronics. I've not seen a catalyst for Bonso, but it is moving. And Megal, obviously, very low volume at the moment, but IPO Friday, this could move one way or the other. I might speculate on, if there's nothing else working, I might have a speculative punt on that later. Bed Bath & Beyond, Kavana, yeah, I had a look at Kavana, although it's sold off heavily. So Kavana popped up and then sold off just as quick. So it's now hanging around the VWAP around 47.60s, $3 sell off there. And so let's 5 minutes to the bell. Upstart, again, sold off with the market sideways now, $31, 5% up on the day. Oh yeah, guys, well, good luck. Whatever it is you're watching, whatever it is you're looking at trading, good luck. I hope it all comes good for you. And let's hope we all have a nice, lovely green day. I'll be back in just a second. Did we get 3,000 likes yet? No, we've got 5 minutes to get the dog a treat. Come on, guys, let's tap that screen. eye drops for my eye infection. Stinging like. Bed Bath & Beyond, it gets above $11, I'm interested. That's where the VWAP area is as well. Okay, so I'm watching Bed Bath & Beyond, AMC, just watching the general momentum of the market, see what else comes out. Tough Built maybe. Qnrx maybe. We'll see. It's quite a lot of movement. There's what? Almost a dozen stocks that have moved up over the 15% that I like, and most of them are a decent relative volume as well. So a lot of stocks are actually meeting my criteria for potential trades today. So I think my job today is trade selection. I think the toughest thing for me today is going to be trade selection. Well, 90 seconds. Here you go, baby. Do you want your treat now? Got 3,000 likes. Come on, here you go. You will lick your lips and wag your tail. Say thank you to the chat. Come on, there you go. Go and enjoy. You don't need to stand there and eat it. You can go and take it onto the balcony if you want. Miyako says thank you. AMC to the moon. Missed that. A nice little pullback here for AMC. Got 30 seconds to the bell, so I'm watching AMC at the bell for a potential move up. Bed Bath & Beyond at the bell for a potential move up. We've got 20 seconds left to the bell. Reopen. Good go. See what happens. A lot of retail traders are going to jump in one way with AMC. They'll either sell off for the profits. There we go. Why did I not get no bell? That's the market open. I didn't get the bell ring. Strange. Normally I get the bell ring. I'll have to look into that. Market is open, guys. Bed Bath & Beyond shooting up. So it went without me. You can get filled. No way. What's going on with this? Okay, so I've got a 10-cent trailing stop on this right now. It's a 10-cent trailing stop. If it stops me out, fine. Oh, I got filled. I got stopped. 1600. I don't know what's going on with my system. It's a little bit latencies on it, but that's fine. 1600. I'll go back in for that. Looking for a little micro pullback maybe. That's the break of 12. I'll wait for a good entry. Did get a break of 12. A 30-cent trailing stop now. Okay. Moving back up. Just gonna get out there. Foreground. Happy days. I pushed my panic button, got out to the market order. I'm just let it pull back a little bit. We can always get back in again later. Palantir moving up, AMC moving up. Right now I'm watching Bed Bath & Beyond. So we're getting quite a bit of volatility. Whilst I'm out of the trade, I'll change my scanners over to the regular market. How much leverage do I use? It depends. So how much leverage do I have versus how much leverage do I use are two different things. So I'm in a margin account that will afford me up to 6 times leverage. However, I've got a large account. So right now, I started today $103,000 in my account. So I don't really need to use the full leverage, if anything. But one of the advantages over and above the leverage that you get from in a margin account, one of the advantages of trading in a margin account is the instant settlement. Granted, if you have to withdraw, you've still got to wait. I think it's T+2 or T+3 or whatever, but you get instant settlement, so you can actually use the gains that you've made intraday to trade with. This is Dash Trader, DAS. There's a link in my link tree. If you go into my profile and check my link tree, there's a link there for Dash Trader. You can check it out for yourself. You can use it as a they have a simulator. It works with interactive brokers, works with Capital Markets Elite Group, which is what I'm using right now, and it works with a whole bunch of other platforms as well. So if your broker has an API, you should be able to get it to work with Dash Trader. So there's a lot of different brokers will work with Dash Trader. All you need to do is ask your broker, do they support Dash Trader? It's a very common day trading platform. It's probably one of the preferred. Dash Trader, TC2000, and Sterling are probably Sterling Trader are probably the 3 top day trading platforms. Didn't get filled. Damn. Partial fill. Yeah, put a 30-cent trailing stop on this as well. We're having a good day with Bed Bath & Beyond. Nice, nice. Got a halt level at 1321. So, well, I'm over goal already. Best broker if you want to hold over 1 to 2 months. Most brokers will facilitate that. So we're in a false halt. Well, that was a false halt. 1341 is the next. There we go. Got stop take. Hey, look, can't complain at that. 8,500. Nice one. Thank you, Tony. I'm taking 5,000 shares, so it's like $60,000 worth of equity. I'm not even going into the leverage there. That oh right, okay. So if you want to hold Interactive Brokers, I've got the majority of my equity position for long term. I'm holding a lot more. Mind you, it's across multiple accounts. So I've got my retirement account, I've got a savings account, I've got a couple of margin accounts, and I've got a cash account, all with Interactive Brokers. So I use Interactive, Marion, for that kind of stuff. For the larger my investing, my retirement, that was SIP or IRA if you're in the US. So I use that for holding larger positions. And if I'm trading with options, or if I'm trading high cap stocks or mid cap stocks, I tend to use Interactive as well. No, Scott, that's one of the advantages of CMEG, is you don't need it's an offshore broker, so you're not subject to the pattern day trading rule. What else is moving? Beyond Meat, GME. Oh, they're all coming up. AMC, look at AMC, guys. AMC halted. Up at $26 nearly, $25.95. But AMC got into a volatility halt at 9:35. So, and 46 seconds. So that'll be resuming in a little over about a minute and a half. Bed Bath and Beyond. It's the high here. 80, 85. And it's very slow fills today. Don't know why. It's not moving up as quickly as I would like it, so I'm just putting a stop in place there. 10 cents. Oh, 15 cents. I get stopped out. No, that's fine. That's the whole point of having a stop in place. It goes against you. Right, AMC, where are you? Oh, AMC, I'm not seeing any resumption data on AMC. Yeah, so with capital markets, with CMEG, I get 6 times leverage, Scott. So that's another reason why I go with them. So I'll be doing it. Actually, have I got a response from them yet? I'll just check my emails. Not yet. I've not received a response from them. I'll chase them up later. Because my small accounts, it was inactive, so I need it reactivating. MC pulling back after that halt, just resumed. Bed Bath and Beyond pulling back. Palantir selling off. MC moving back up. Looking to the break of, there we go. Let's take a bit off there. 20 cents on that. And I'll put a 20-cent trailing stop in place for the rest. There we go. So we're 10,000 up on the day. So I've had a $10,000 day. That basically puts me back at the highs. What was my drawdown? Let me just have a quick look on my reports. What's my drawdown? Detailed. $10,068. That was my drawdown. So $10,071. Yes. Get in there, my son. So we've just cleared the drawdown on the back of that. So the highs that we were at on Thursday morning, we're just back at that. So that's my daily goal twice covered, monthly goal hit. Happy days. And we're only 15 minutes into the session. I'm in a good mood. Anyone else in a good mood? Marion, can the USA impose in any way taxes on my gains if you're trading in Monaco? Absolutely not. So it's the geographic location that you are living in that you have to pay your taxes on. So if you're trading in Monaco, you trade in your own name. I believe it's capital gains free in Monaco, so you can basically any gains you make are your gains. Correct me if I'm wrong. I may be wrong. I'm not a financial advisor, but I believe there are no capital gains taxes in Monaco. And if that's the case, then you don't even have to set up an LLC. I would recommend trading in an LLC or a limited company or whatever, just because if you do blow up your account, you end up owing some people money, then yeah, if you don't have capital gains, Marion, don't worry about it. Just trade. You could trade in your own name. Any gains you make are yours. Hey Jack, I'm not saying I'm the best trader on TikTok. Top 3, of course, but I'm not saying I'm the best one. That's up to you guys to decide. I don't get any, there's no rented Lamborghinis or bloody Airbnb condos for me to prove it. I do it live on stream, guys. You see it, the action live on stream. From $64,000 in the hole on Thursday to back to where I was 90 something. 91,000, I think. Actually, it won't. It's not strictly true, because yeah, it'd be 90,000, 93,000. Started with just under 30,000, 29, just under 30,000. Call it 30,000. Nice round number. Started today with 103 plus the 10 takes me 113 less that 30,000. So no, it'd be 80 something, about 85, which is about right. That's net. So it'll be about 85 net. 84 is my monthly goal net. 100,000 trade profit. So yeah, back to where I should be. Right, what else is moving, guys? Now that I'm in a good mood, I put myself in a good mood. Bed Bath & Beyond, are they moving back up yet? No, Bed Bath & Beyond sold off hard when we got out. Sold off hard. Below the VWAP right now. That's the shorts taking new positions, probably. AMC, what about GameStop? GameStop pulling back. So the meme stocks are pulling back a little bit. Let's have a look at what else is moving. Uber moving up nice. It's rejected at $4, but Uber's up 12.5% on the day. What about Meggle? Where did that go to? Ouch, I'm glad I didn't take a punt on that. Look at that. This is Magic Empire, low volume, and I was saying it's looking similar moves to HKD, this one. I'm glad I didn't take a punt. I was thinking maybe if it comes down to 200, it'd take a punt. This is halted downwards again. A couple of halts already, but this is halted downwards. And $170, give or take. Talking of AMTD, yeah, so I was right. Oh, AMTD, whoever was looking for, I can't remember who was looking for AMTD. Was it Macca? AMTD selling off. So just bouncing, it's just finding support at $4, but looking very weak. Just kind of breaking lows, looking very weak. Tough built. This one was for who was it looking for tough build? Kareem, I think. Kareem, if you're still watching. Tough build. Had a dip, sold off at the open, but then coming back round. Back above the VWAP, 730s now. You want to be watching the pre-market high of 740 on tough build. I'll have a look at Qnrx in a minute. It did have a sell-off into the open. Oh, yeah, so sold off into the open. Look at this on the 2-minute. Heavy sell-off into the open, and now Qnrx, it's above $50. I'm happy with my 10,000 right now. Kind of protecting that. Waiting for a good setup before I take another position. Qnrx, yeah, breaking highs. The last time it was at this level was back in May. We've got a bit of a window to $53 here. Yeah, there's a big gap. There was a big gap down on the 5th of Cinco de Mayo for Qnrx, and so $53 is the next real psychological levels, but the next significant level is 53. Anyone wondering what that noise is? That's my hairy dragon, Chow Chow, snoring right next to me. She's had a treat. She's happy. I'm making me some dough, Pow Pow. That's the whole point. I don't mind teaching people how, and this is one of the reasons anybody that's trying to sell you, to copy my trades and all that, you know it's BS. It's a load of crap. So I don't mind teaching people how to trade it, but then the trading is up to you. I don't want to take any responsibility. Don't give no guarantees of profitability, simply for the fact that it's down to you to be profitable. And trading is not for everybody. It's not easy. I make it look easy, I know, but it's not easy. Certain people just don't have the disposition for it. Psychologically and emotionally, it can be quite taxing. Just looking at 1 minute time frame, 2 minute time frames, looking for something that's moving up on very low volume, moved up, or top financial. Not worth trading because the volume's just not reliable enough. decent volatility, but you want volatility with volume. One without the other is just not reliable enough. You need both. Karuna Therapeutics. I'm not convinced with that one either. Did have a decent catalyst. What's Benzo doing? Bonzo Electronics. Still not broke this opening range high. So the $0.75 level needs to break the $0.75 level, and ideally got rejected at 12. So ideally see that above $12 if it's going to be something we look at. Invivo Therapeutics, you can go on my no trade list. I've lost more money with Invivo Therapeutics over this last week than I have in my entire career to date. So they're going off my Pltr. Thought we might possibly get a bounce after the sell-off. Just trading sideways, really. I'll get rid of that now. Pineapple Energy. Sold off. Trading sideways. Low volume. Get rid of that. BSTX. Low volume, not doing anything. It's actually downwards trending. Get rid of that. Absolutely, Alistair. This is not a crypto channel, Popo. I do have, I'm already on Bitcoin. I do have holding in Bitcoin, but it needs to get above 30,000 for me to get into the green right now. So once we're green again on Bitcoin, I might I'll be happy. So all my cryptos are still red at the moment. They're not as red as they were, but yes, all my crypto holdings are red. Bitcoin's having a good moment. 24, nearly 24 twos, 24.18. It's testing 24,200 is Bitcoin right now. So Bitcoin having a good moment. As a result of that, I would imagine that we've got. No, that's surprising. So Bitcoin moving up, and Marathon Digital and Riot Blockchain just sideways. That surprises me, but I should cease being surprised by what the market does. So Intelligent Living Group, I'll get rid of that. It's not doing anything. It's below the VWAP. Bed Bath and Beyond. This is down, but down around the 200 EMA now. So still up heavy on the day. Still 35% up on the day. Needs to hold $11. It's 11.06 right now. No, it's broke $11. Now we're getting a bit of buying pressure there to keep it above 11. So if it holds $11 and starts moving back up towards the VWAP, I'm not trading this below the VWAP. Same with AMC. I'm not trading AMC below the VWAP either. I'll wait till it's above 25.50. Coin Pharma. This did well for us last week. Sideways at the minute, but for this move in the middle, pretty sideways. What else is moving? Let's have a look at Rita. No momentum there. No. Wayfair, put $70. 14% up on the day nearly. Wayfair is looking strong. Reasonable volume. Probably not something I'm interested in trading though, that's the thing. This is 23andMe Holdings. Not quite as volatile. Not risking it. I'm waiting for CMEG to come back to me and let me know that they've activated my account before I do my small account trading. I'll chase them up after this stream, and I'll give them a call. So I will be doing my small account. So as soon as that account's activated, I'll be doing my small account challenge. I've put $2,500 into the account, and we'll see from whether I take a trade or not today is neither here nor there. The most I'm going to get out of that account today is a couple $100 at best. So the likelihood is I'll be doing my small account. Faraday. I will be doing my small account challenge this week, particularly now that I've actually got back to my monthly goal. My monthly goal is done. I'm over 100,000 in trade profit. I'm over 84 in net profit. So a monthly goal is done. I will be looking at my small account challenge, my small account from tomorrow, live on stream today. If it gets activated at some stage today, I may take a trade for power hour this evening or something. We'll have a look. You know yourself how sometimes they can be a little bit slow to come back to you, Alistair, capital markets. So those of you who are wondering what I was talking about, small account challenge, last week when I was flying it before I had the mishap on Thursday, I said, look, month target is done. Let's do a small account challenge. And we had I gave the consensus to you guys: 1,000, 2,500, 5,000. What size account? The general consensus was, was probably an even Steven between the 1,000 and the 5,000, and then there was a few that were 2,500. So we're going in the middle. We're going with the $2,500, and we're going to see what we can do for the rest of the month. It's now let's have a quick look at the calendar. After today, we've got 17 trading days after today. So let's see what we can do in 17 days with a $2,500 starting position. You want to watch it live? Then make sure you subscribe to the channel, or subscribe to follow button on TikTok, subscribe on YouTube, and we'll do it all together. And I'll be giving what I'll do is I do regular daily trade updates on YouTube, but what I'll try and start doing is I'll put regular updates on my stories on TikTok as well for you TikTok guys. So Faraday, someone asked me about Faraday. Faraday's looking strong, 7% up on the day. Not quite at the level I want it to be at. It's below $3, and it's not 15% up on the day. So I'm being very selective with my trades right now. The markets are looking very bullish after that initial sell-off pre-market. This is the S&P 500, very strong. The Nasdaq, again, very strong. Russell Index for the small cap, this is probably looking stronger than most of them. This is 180 base points up. The Dow Jones, similar to the S&P 500, but yeah, the Russell is out of sight here. So the small caps are having a great time at the moment. The markets are looking strong today. APDN didn't really do anything. Kind of sideways. There's still potential for that sideways. Pagaya didn't do anything either, very sideways. Not really looking that strong. Very low volume as well. So I'm going to move Pagaya. I can always trade it again if it comes back on. And Minerva, not great volume, so I'm going to move Minerva. APDN, decent volume, but not much volatility. You can see how it's just trading around the VWAP and the green line. So let's just keep an eye on. Let's keep an eye on the scanners. See what works. Is there anything out there that you want me to take a look at? Fastly, Fastly smashing it. 10% up on the day. Having a good day. It's done all that since the bell. Oh, down. It was down at 11.29. It's now 12.48. So a whole dollar move in this first half an hour. Nice, good, steady gains. What's Kavana doing? Below the VWAP, just bounced at $47. Kavana not looking so strong today. It did on Friday at least. Bonso. Bonso, sideways and choppy. Below the VWAP, so slightly downwards trending, but sideways and choppy. There's between $10 and $12. You could probably try and trade the range if you bribe, but that's not a good. It's very choppy chart. Is that just as you think you're getting some momentum, it's pulling back. I wouldn't. I'm not interested in that, the way that's moving, the price action there. Tilray. Tilray's having a good moment as well. Tilray's 10%, nearly 11% up on the day. Oh, 432's fairly strong on the 5-minute. Nice little pullback on the higher time frames here. We're moving it back up again. So high of day right now, 437. DNA. This is Ginkgo Bioworks Holdings. It's a $3 stock. It's up slightly on the day. The range isn't great. Not convinced with the price action on this one. Good luck if you're trading it. It's slightly up and it's slightly upwards trending. It's above the VWAP ever so slightly. I'm not convinced. Let's go back to AMC. So the AMC, is that a double bottom? No, not quite. That's a bit of a reach for a double bottom. I'm kind of thinking it's a W shape, bit of a stretch. If it holds above the VWAP, gets above the $0.50, this AMC might be worth looking at again. But it needed to hold the VWAP. It needs to close above the VWAP. Then I'll be interested. Tough built. A choppy. It's moving up in a choppy fashion though, so it's very difficult to manage your risk on this one right now. What's the spreads? Well, the spreads aren't too bad. They're like 4 or 5 cents. They're not too bad. It's very difficult to manage your risk. Nicola. I used to have a girlfriend called Nicola. Horrible person she turned out to be. 890s. Pulling back some now. Not seeing huge volatility on this right now. It's going through a bit of a consolidation. If it gets over $9, might be of interest. I know the feeling there, Alistair. Actually, guys, just serious and on a serious note, I've got quite a few people in the stream. I just want to highlight the fact that the majority of people called Hustle with Tony are not me. They are impersonating me. They are trying to pretend to be me. They are scammers. Don't, if anybody gets in touch with you and asks you for money so that they will trade on your behalf and gives you a WhatsApp number or a Telegram number or anything like that, don't fall for it. It's not me. Don't follow them. Just block them and report them if you can. Whatever. It's just not me. Okay. Now I keep blocking them because the latest scam was that they were trying to do is they will try and get 1,000 of you to follow them, thinking that they are me. It's like they'll put trade with Tony, you know, backup, or day trade with Tony backup, hustle with Tony backup, or whatever it is, second account or whatever. And if they get 1,000 followers, they will start streaming my live stream as if it's their live stream, thinking that you will follow them, and then you will start thinking that they legitimately are me, and they're not. This is my only account on. Actually, it's not. I've got another account on here, which is the TikTok Trader, which that's my backup account. And if I feel like I'm getting strikes or warnings for videos that I'm putting out, then I'll start moving videos across to that one. But apart from that, this is the only account that I'm live streaming on. This is the only account that that is me. Okay, do not follow anyone else thinking that they are me. They're not. And I won't ask you, I won't send you to a WhatsApp group or a Telegram group or anything like that, or ask you directly for money. You know, I believe so, Jack. Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, but it's not imitation, it's the scamming, you know. GameStop, then, is it moving back up again? No, it had this pop in line with AMC, sold off. It's below the VWAP right now. Needs to get above $44 for me to be trading this again. I actually forgot GameStop. I looked at the price there and I'm like, that's fallen. I forgot for a moment that they had the stock split a couple of weeks ago. So AMC back above 11. It's not back above 11%. It needs to get back above $25. As long as it's below the VWAP, not really of interest. Whereas Bed Bath & Beyond breaking lows. So it looks like that's it now. Hang on a minute. Pets. On the 1 minute. Why is Pets moving? Right, that's a bit dodgy for some reason. I'll just replace the scanners. Give me a second. There we go. Those scanners are back. Right, now I was looking at for pets. What's the news? What's the market view on, that was on Friday. Any particular news? EDH Holdings, which is what this is. I'm not seeing any specific catalyst. Nope. I don't mind this one. It's a almost 5 million share float. It's not a big one, but I've traded it many times. You can see there's already support and resistance levels on there. Get rid of all those. Go back to this. Yeah. No, we're struggling a little bit now to find something to trade. But look, I've made my gains. That first 15 minutes, first 20 minutes, that's where the majority of your gains can be made anyway. So we've got 15 minutes left before the end of the stream. Is there something that that you wanted me to take a look at? Is there something that you think is worth watching? Let me know. Yeah, I just signed up with ShareVision there. Intentional Millionaire. Signed up with ShareVision there over the week. Last week, I've just been uploading some videos over the weekend, so I will be going live with ShareVision, and I will be streaming live on ShareVision probably next week. Well, look, I've got rock hard abs, Alistair. I told you at the time. It's just that I've got a layer of upholstery. You know, there's the problem with a lot of these young fellas with rock hard abs that they're showing off is that there's no upholstery on there. You don't go and sit when you've got a nice sofa. You don't sit on the springs. You want a nice bit of upholstery on it. You know, there's no point having rock hard abs if it's not comfortable to, you know. I like Intelligent Living. Last I saw it was selling off. It was selling off. It's slow but steady. It's testing the VWAP right now at 416s, 415s. So it's trying to get up to 420. Testing the VWAP. Intelligent Living Group. Probably not. It's downwards trending since Friday. It moved up on the 30-minute chart. You can see the nice gains on Friday. It's been downwards trending, still holding most of its gains. I don't know why I drew this line here, but at the $4 level, it needs to hold above $4. Excuse me, pardon me. Let's have a look at Magic Empire Group. Friday's IPO. It gapped up, but it's selling off. This is what I thought might be similar to HKD. $10. It's a $10 spread. Moving up now, so maybe this will. Let's have a look at it on the 1 minute. You can't really see it on the 1 minute because there's not enough volume, but maybe on higher time frames, a couple of patterns. Maybe on a 2 minute, 5 minute, 15, something like that. I'm not convinced. If it gets over 230, I might take a punt, might buy a couple of hundred shares and just see where it finishes the end of the day. Just stop at 200. I don't want to risk all today's gains. Well, exactly, Alistair. And those people that see me know that just like my dog. They say dogs take after their owners. Mine certainly does. She's cuddly, built for cuddling, just like me. No, I'll still be streaming on YouTube, Glenn. Share Vision is a platform for finance creators, content creators, and they reached out to me a couple of weeks ago. I had a call with someone from there last week, so I'll check it out. But I'll be allowed to multi-stream or multicast from Share Vision onto YouTube, onto Twitch. I'm not sure about Twitter, but I can always just share the Twitter stream anyway, the YouTube stream to Twitter anyway, and I'll continue with the TikTok stream the way it is as well. So it's just another platform that I potentially could grow my following and the community. That's the way I'm looking at it. But it's more finance related. So we'll see. I'll continue to because I've got to go through the videos to make which videos I want public and which ones I don't, because there's no point having live streams public there when they're like 6 months old. Oh, shut up, Alistair. Do you want to swap places? You host the live stream and do the trading, and I'll go do the wine tasting. Wine tasting in the south of France. Come on, I know where I'd rather be right now. Yeah, let's look at the 15-minute. Oh, I don't even have to look at the 15-minute. Look at the 5-minute for the even the 1 minute for that matter. The S&P500 is way above the VWAP. Looking bullish right now. It's still bullish. It's upwards trend. As long as it's above the VWAP, it's upwards trending. We've got the Russell, which is looking very strong. The Russell index. Now the Russell index is the small cap index. So this is looking very strong. And the Nasdaq. Let's go back to Nvidia and AMD both sold off. Where are they right now? So Nvidia, not quite great. It's still red on the day, but it's making moves upwards in line with the wider markets. Let's look at AMD. AMD slightly less red, but just sideways mostly today. It needs to get back above the VWAP. AMD back above 101, and then maybe make a move up. We'll see. Or sideways. Riot blockchain is the one that's moving up at the moment, down at the VWAP. There's not a lot really looking attractive for a trade right now. No, that's not looking very attractive for a trade either. Well, if you get a nice bottle, send it this way, Alistair. You know I like a nice red. Nice dry fruity red, you can't beat it. In fact, I think I might sit on the balcony after I've walked the dog. I've got 8 minutes left. I'll tell you what I'll do. I will chill for my own action, okay? Give you all an update on where we're at and everything else. Okay, so for those of you not on TikTok, here we go. Those of you who are on TikTok, this is my profile. You want to it cracks me up. I'll do some more of those. I enjoyed watching those idiots. If you click the TikTok trader link tree here, now these links that are on the link tree are also in the YouTube description, so you can check it out. What's not on the YouTube description though is my socials. I should put that in there, and my email address, so you can reach out to me directly. Whatever, if you want to reach out to me directly, email me. This little envelope here will open up my email, whatever platform, whatever email application you use. YouTube, go and subscribe to my YouTube channel by all means, and follow me on TikTok. Instagram, you can DM me on Instagram, DM me on Twitter, DM me on Facebook, whatever. If you want to learn my strategies, I'm happy to teach you. Welcome you to the community. We've got a private Discord as part of the school, and this is what you get for 150 bucks a month, 150 US dollars ish. Might be less depending on the taxes where you are. You get all of this content. There's over 20 hours of lecture material, basically me just waffling about how to trade. I'm building out a swing trading course that will be launched in the beginning of September. But so for the month of April, for the month of August, you get the basic swing trade course as part of the day trade course as well. So if you want to, this is how much it is. This is my profitability. I've got 6 months of trader view statistics and broker reports that show my profitability over the first 6 months of 2022. So what is trader view, you might hear you asking? Well, this is trader view. So this is, if I go in here, so this is trader view. This is my year to date, not including today. I've not imported today's trades, obviously. So we've got another 10,000 to add on to this, which takes us over 800,000 trade profit on the year. So if I look at August right now, that red day's a bit of a blot on the landscape, ruined the nice little win streak that we had going. You can see that it's very difficult to go a whole month without having at least one red day. Hopefully I can do that for the rest of this month. So we'll see. Now let me just look at where we are on August. So August, filter for August. So I'll add to this the 10k from today, and that'll take me to 91,000. No, I'm slightly down. So we was at 91,000 before we started on Thursday. So I've got my numbers slightly mixed up. I'm 9,000 off my monthly target, but I'm over where we started on Thursday. So we've cleared the drawdown. If I look at the drawdown here, $10,068 drawdown from last week. So we'll have cleared that with my $10,071. So that will be back in the green there. In terms of statistic win-loss, 160,000 versus 80,000. So that's pretty much on point with 2-to-1 win-loss ratio. I look at the accuracy, trade accuracy. We're looking at 63 versus 36. So again, pretty much 2-to-1 in terms of the accuracy as well. So the golden ratio is in abundance here. Happy with all of that. What else am I looking at? Instruments, as you can see, got a massive drawdown on that one from last week, making it look bad. And yeah, check out TraderView for statistics. If you're trading, you can get in here on TraderView. You can get it's a freemium service, so you can get 100 shares. You can get 100 trades that you can log for free and analyze them each month. So that's the basic plan is free. Then you subscribe to a higher plan like I do, or whatever it is. So that's TraderView. So that's the little magnifying glass with the Harry Potter bolt in it. If you're wondering what these are in the middle of the screen, or the left-hand side of the screen if you're on YouTube or Twitch, this is my Benzinga scanners. Benzinga is what I use to find stocks to trade on a daily basis. You can try it out for free, 14 days free. You don't even need a credit card. You just need an email address. So if you've got an email address, go and check it out for free. You get scanners, signals, alerts, calendars for IPOs and earnings, that kind of stuff, trade ideas, all that kind of stuff. It really is more than worth its weight in gold. I use it every single day, and this is where the majority of my trades come from. I see something moving on the momentum scanner here, and I take a quick look at it. I'm able to see the volume, I'm able to see the change, I'm able to see the price, and I'm able to just give it a quick click, and it takes me through to a page. It opens up a page, a pop-up that has all the details, all the fundamental details, what size float they've got, why they're moving up, how much they're moving up, all this kind of stuff. So Benzinga, really, really good. Check it out for free, guys. And if you like it, come back here and use the DTWT35 for 35% off. And that's a discount code that I've got for anybody that's following me, or on the day. I actually got it for the Day Trade with Tony course, but I thought, why not? Spread a bit of joy to everybody. Okay, TradingView for more deeper or longer term trade analysis, charting, etc. TradingView, it's free. It's what one of those clowns was pretending to trade on. It's a free. It's actually, again, it's another freemium. The basic thing is free with TradingView. You can chart, you can analyze, you can do all of that technical analysis with TradingView for free. If you want a little bit more in depth, or you want multiple charts on a single page, then you actually upgrade and pay the subscription service. It's not expensive. Dash Trader, people wanting to know what I'm actually trading and what's my charting platform, what's my trading platform that I'm using. It's Dash Trader. I'm actually using an OEM version of Dash Trader called TradeZilly, but it's Dash Trader under the CME banner. That's all it is. It's still Dash Trader. Okay, so check that out. And I'll be back tonight for Power Hour. If you're wondering what Power Hour actually is, Power Hour is the last hour of the market open. I'll be taking the dog for a walk now, and then I'll be back for the last hour of the market open, which is 3 p.m. market time. It'll be 8 p.m. my time, Dublin, or anywhere in the UK for that matter. It'll be 9 p.m. on the continent of Europe. So if you're in Monaco, 9 p.m. you can join me for Power Hour if you want to, Marion. So I will, or the south of France, Alistair. So I will be ending the stream here. Take the dog for a walk. I've had a good session today. I may be trading later. Hopefully, I'll be back onto my capital markets for my small account. Hopefully, that'll be activated today, and then we can do the small account challenge from tomorrow. So I'll see you later, guys, for Power Hour. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys.